Well. Here we go again. Um, Hold on. Give it a moment. Yeah, you already know what's going on, guys. Lost the bet. Um, Very inconvenient. I don't know what to say about this. I don't have a choice but to play Doki Doki Literature Club. I genuinely, this is the first game that I don't have any spoilers for. Or okay, maybe I do have a spoiler that is gonna be fucking weird. But that's all I know, right? Yeah, I only know it's gonna be weird, but that's all I know. Anyways, I should probably mention that a part of the bet was also the fact that I have to read all the dialogues. So, we have like an hour, maybe hour and a half today. So, I guess I'm not gonna get far. Finally, bravo, Steven. Fuck you, Steven. We have to bet again. Once I find what we can bet on, we will bet again. Okay, no. I have a feeling you're gonna be the only two that are gonna be on this stream because no one gives a flying fuck about Doki Doki Literature Club. This is just a dating simulator? Yeah. Yeah, Steven. We trust you, Steven. In Steven we trust. Sure. You can see. Okay, that's good. Nothing weird is gonna happen. Okay. Can you see? Wait. You don't see. Hold on, what? You don't see when I have a full screen. What the fuck? Okay, yeah, whatever. So I guess this? It works for you. For me, it looks weird, but whatever. Um, by playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age. And you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Steven, highly disturbing. What the okay, I agree. I don't have a choice, so I agree. I am over 13. This game is not. That's the second time it has been. This sounds very good, I'm gonna make it a little louder. Do I wanna do I wanna be PP again? Hell yeah, bro. PP. Okay. Hey. I hate this already. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That's me? What? That girl is Sari, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Okay. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it's just bruh. It just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Turn the volume a little up, please. Okay. Okie dokie. You know, okie dokie? Yes, in okie dokie dokie. Okay. Isn't this a little weird playing this as a girl? Because I'm supposed to, like, flirt with other women, which, like, I'm good at, but I don't know if I'm, the targeted category, but whatever. Oh. Okay. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just saw an idol in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha! Ha! I overslept again! But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You said it like you were thinking about ignoring me. Bro, what the fuck is this pose? If I'm ever gonna emote like this, please kill me. That's mean. That's mean, PP. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want to think we're a couple or something. I mean, sorry. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled. Speckled. With other students making their daily commute. By the way, PP, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club. I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Aw, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? Did I stutter? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sarah likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Games and anime. How come I'm not surprised? I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. That's Steven. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Let me guess. I'm gonna join a literature club? Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Okay, so I'm gonna give you like a, you know, my opinion so far at Sayori. Not my type. Not really my type, you know. She's so cute, right? Not my type, you know. I mean, I guess she is cute, but yeah, not my type. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about it makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pick up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sari wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello. Sayori? Sari must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. Please don't turn this into an essay. You quest? I love when I quest correctly. Yeah. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to your club. Bro, no. Not this emote again. Hell no. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That's sad. My interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Okay, Natsuki, points. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or is she so cunning as to have planned... Cunning? Planned all of this out? I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? I mean, yeah, food. Yeah, let's go. Okay, I'll need to blow my nose, so, give... Okay, we back. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Oh, I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sorry. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Pee-Pee, what a nice surprise. She's my type though. Anyways, welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute... Yuri, oh my god. What? Who's the best? The one on the far left. I don't know her name. Girl number 3, bruh. Yeah, but she, you know, she caught my eye. She fine. First of all, I sound black. Second of all, I sound like a predator. What's worse? Hold on. No, wait. A predator. A predator is worse. A predator is worse. Huh. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Okay, so Natsuki is the middle one. Okay. Small one. I don't like children, so I'm just gonna skip the Natsuki, bruh. You know. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Or a child. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Yes, she looks like someone who would make it. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori said that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Which one? Don't say things like that. Hold on, I also want to do that. Don't say things like that. I want to kill myself now. Bruh, I should get points for this. Steven, you better play Minecraft with me after this. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Yuri looks not like a child, you know? So, Sayori and Natsuki, no. Because if I chose them, I would be a predator. So now I'm just the opposite of pedophile. I knew it. At one point of my life, I knew the opposite for pedophile. Maybe when I was 13 dating a 17-year-old. That's fine. Oh, well, it's nice to meet both of you. It sounds... and it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. Okay, Monica... Bro, for a moment there, I really thought it was like the cat ears. Do you see my mouse? No, you don't. Okay, that's a shame. It's great to see you again, Pee-Pee. Monica smiles sweetly. Okay. Is she flexing off her triceps? Maybe. We do know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. That's right, Steven. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... you too, Monica. Okay, error. Okay. Come sit down, Pee-Pee. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I get a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Why is she looking like that, talking about tea, bruh? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As I mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. I have a hard time keeping up with the names, so I already forgot them. I only remember Sayori and Monica, because Sayori is the one that was in the beginning and Monica is the prettiest one. So Natsuki is the child one. Yuri is the purple haired. Yeah, it's that one. Yeah, okay. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat. I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wow! Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Aw, the whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Yuri is smash. Bro, I thought you were gay. Huh? Anyways. I'm sorry if I'm not supposed to. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Aren't you supposed to cosplay the voice? This sounds like Polish subtitles. What? The fuck? Aren't you supposed to? No, I'm not supposed to cosplay the voice. Maybe you may. Okay, Justin, if you play the game and you cosplay the voices, that's your choice. But there's no way. It wasn't the part of the bet. There's no way I'm gonna change voices. There's no way. There's no way in hell I'm going to do that. No. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. Also, why the fuck Polish subtitles? How can something sound like subtitle? Okay, yeah, whatever. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Oh, I thought you technically did. Saori said, well, maybe, but not for you. You know, you. Dummy. Okay. Alright, alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. I'm gay for you. How can... Huh? Okay, JB, okay. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri is just trying to impress you. Oh, that's not. Hold on, how the... How? Hold on, how? Is bro really doing this? Okay, now she's flexing her forearms. I see, okay, Yuri has an opinion. Okay, I see, okay. I mean that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature? Literature? No, literature. Literature. Yuri is so fancy, but don't be sharp on her. Yuri? Why would I be sharp on her, bruh? It's a... What? Wait, this is actually... This game will actually determine how good am I with talking to women. And I am very good at talking to... No. I was afraid of this question. No. Hold on. Justin said, films in Polish are all dabbed by the same guy, and he dabs all the characters. He just reads the script just like you. No way, right? We also like have like the same dubbers like most of the time, but there's no way. Justin, you're based. I just read the script, bruh. What do am I supposed to feel the script? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... No, I mean, I'd rather just read it like a normal fucking person. I don't know, though. Justin, if you prefer it that way, we can do that. But... You know, it wasn't a part of the bet. It wasn't. That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? Put some life into it. Never mind, maybe not all when I was watching... Justin, what the fuck? put some life into it. Okay, Okay. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Yes, you are supposed to feel the script. Feel. Justin freaks her. Justin what? Justin, I didn't know you sway like that. God damn. God damn, Justin. Am I supposed to? No, Steven, we never agreed to me feeling the script. Bruh. But okay, I'm gonna try to put a little emotion, okay? But not when I'm reading what's happening, because you know. You're also not in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Bibi, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I have read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. What is a teacup? Oh! I'm feeling in the script. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes darted over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind it last club meeting. It looked like you were looking on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I am not cute. How the fuck, dude? That felt like a gang sign, bro. Okay, well, anyways. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Yeah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. Sorry, I forgot we were flexing. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sat in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Of course, Sayori only wants to. Okay. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, PP? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forward with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. No. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. She's mad. She's sad. She's cold. She's disappointed and sad. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Pee-pee. You all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right, okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori rubs her arms around me, jumping up and down. And hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Bro, why does she go like this all the time? Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Ah, thanks I guess. Okay everyone, I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's excitement. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. PP, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Ehehe. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey PP, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, we might as well. Yay. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The hallway, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay. In the poems you have to match the words to the girl you want. Oh my... Really? How do I match the words to the girl I want? Okay. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, so I am gonna aim for Monika. For that reason, I think I might go with bliss. Or, no, intellectual is definitely her. Anime is one of these two. Fun, captive. Okay, let's go with captive. Okay. Love, lucky, color, marshmallow. No, uncanny, heartbeat. Heartbeat could be the way, I guess. Okay. Unrequited, vivid. Huh? Clouds, gray blanket, shame, wonderful. You can do Monica. Nice. Okay, so let's go for Yuri then. Monica's out of your league, you can date her? Huh? Damn it! That's sad. Clouds. Embrace, rain cloud, family, agonizing, extraordinary, uncontrollable. Extraordinary sounds good, okay. Strawberry, loud, fantasy, alone, pure. Okay, let's go with alone, because that's definitely Yuri. Peaceful, watch when the little girl jumps. Oh! Oh! Okay. Broken. I guess maybe determination. Climate what? Bounce, giggle. Journey, forgive. Hop, imagination, unending, nightgown. Shit. Together, playground, precious. Vitality. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go with vitality. Okay. Tears, awesome, holiday, worm, peace. Okay, let's go with peace. Definitely peace here. What? I don't want a child, guys. What? Explode, fluffy, starscape, analysis. Pleasure, lust, special cheeks, headphones, sparkle. Okay, let's go with analysis. Okay. Doki Doki, charm, despise, joy, fireworks, sensation, secretive, boop, ribbon, lollipop. Okay, let's go with secretive. Yeah, okay. Bunny, ocean, nibble, massacre. What? Sunny, cheer, question, smile, feather. Let's go with feather. That sounds... Damn. Depression, tragedy, destiny. Kitty, judgment, frightening, grief, vacation, dream. Let's go with judgment. Yeah. Vibrant, swimsuit, dark, lipstick, passion, infinite, beauty, clumsy, disoriented. Anxiety? If we do anxiety, it's gonna be a weird poem though. But I guess, yeah, sure. Okay. Rose, spinning, summer, hope, puppy, unrestrained, insight, marriage, inferno. Maybe hope? But that's gonna be one of these two. I don't know. Heaven sent. Okay. Misfortune, anger, friends, Papa, melody, party, disown. Let's do it. Let's go with daydream. Fuck. I mean, oops. Philosophy. Philosophy definitely sounds like a way. Okay, yeah. Electricity, cage, misery, waterfall, suicide, rainbow, silly, flying flower, bad. For some reason, I have a feeling suicide's gonna be, you know, okay, cage, maybe cage, yeah. Well, I have a feeling Yuri's gonna be the most depressed one. Contamination, jumpy, ambient, mouse, valentine, adventure, fear, whisper, sticky, incapable. Incapable. Okay. Yuri. Hi again, Pee-Pee. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Pee-Pee, Yuri says. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. So already told me you didn't even want to join in the clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take this seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops. Why is my phone fucking overheating again? Okay. Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. PP always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. I guess the game's supposed to be for men or for boys, but you know, I mean, he helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy is distracting, and you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and PP can become good friends too. Sayori, As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Bro, Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess this means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It will make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. That's really nice. Bro, if someone bought me a book, I'd be over the moon, bruh. That's crazy. God damn, Damn. It's a short read, but it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Okay. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the very first pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Yeah, you already said that, though. She wants you? Okay. I mean, she wants me or she wants to kill me, you know. Sounds the same, isn't the same. 20 more minutes or so. Not for any particular reason, just curious how come you have 2 copies of the same book. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long lost younger sister, but as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Ah, Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, PP? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. Fuck you mean you forgot, brah? How? I didn't forget. How could you forget? Men. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. I'm gonna blow my nose and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Huh. But her mind seems to be completely different. Where was I? Oh. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in, then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm so sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest in it or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. This just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. Ah, what are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah, yeah, are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I opened the book and started the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I sat at my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Almost. You have to keep space for God. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Ah, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Eh? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. What is this? I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're less used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's really the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. You no longer ask me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. That's insane. What the fuck? Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into her head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Pee-Pee, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know if you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kinda cute. Huh? Okay. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Broca jump scared. What? I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Ah. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Ah, it's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it? Or would you prefer I only read it with you? That's... If someone told me that, bro. Oh my god, that's actually adorable. That's so cute. Oh my god. I have wrist. What? That's cool. I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. Hate that response though. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'd be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright, I stand up, I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I have never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. I think Monica is still the best. I can't go for her though. She might be the best, but I'll never know. And I think that too, but I'll never know. I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poem. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica's wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Nazuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Okie dokie. Who should I show my poem to first? I would guess Yuri, because, you know, we made the poem for her to like. So, maybe. But I also want to show it to Monica first, because she is the leader of the, you know. So Yuri shouldn't be jealous of Monica, because Monica is the leader of the club. So, you know, that could work. I should start with Monica, yeah. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know that I'm putting effort. Hi, PP. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah, good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share a poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ahaha. Don't worry, PP. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, PP. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imaginary symbolism. Unlike Saori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. I'll suck at that, but yeah. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuance. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of style. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh my god, I really have to read it. Oh my god. Hole in wall. Goddamn. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the speckle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. Just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything, a hall of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Okay, good luck reading Yuri's poem. Hell no, I'm not gonna understand a single word. So, what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. Okay, when performed out loud, they can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit, and yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming out strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of pink ink. So you just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, that's very random. So next is gonna be Yuri, because, you know, it makes sense. Okie dokie. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Which was the fucking point. Let's go. I'm not gonna be a pedophile. Whoa. Okay. Exceptional. Ooh, exceptional. Fancy. Me like. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Ooh. He's going to hate me. What is this? Is Bro doing, ooh, he's going to hate me. No. No. It's like Break in Modern Family. No, fuck, no, not Modern Family. Middle. Brick. It's Brick. Brick. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imaginary and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. Wow. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned how to pick up on them. What is bro yapping about? I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once she finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Drink time. I think I'm just only gonna read the poem, the Yuri's poem, and then we're gonna end, because I'm tired. I wanna play League, and yeah, that's it. Of course, it's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a single poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Nezuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay, that's it, okay. Goes under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calmly? No. Calm? Something calm. Calms? Call me? I don't know. Breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Okay. Interesting. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Bruh. Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I usually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it, I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, PP. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, but remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolical compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, PP. Aww, me too. Aw, that's cute. That's very cute. Anyways, I wanna leave now. So what do we do? Do I just press escape? Do I just escape? Ooh, okay. Save. Here. Okay. Main menu. Hold on. No. How do I save this? I saved it, right? Save. Yeah, save. Steven. Steven. First of all, I'm extremely white. I'm so white. It should be okay like this, right? Because I did save it. Right? Bro, I don't know. Yeah, I'll return to the main menu. Okay. That's that. Load game. Okay, it's saved. Okay, yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Steven and JB, for being here. Thank you, Justin, too, if you're still here. Although it was a little freaky, so I don't know if I thank you for that, but yeah, either way, I'm gonna close it now. Okay, yeah. Thank you a lot. I appreciate you being here, guys, and I'll see you guys, again soon. Very soon. Yeah, thank you so much, and yeah, bye-bye.